Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about Mental Health Care Act 2017. The Mental Health Care Act 2017 is saying that the act aims to provide mental health care services for the person with mental illness. On March 27, 2017, Lok Sabha passed the Mental Health Care Act 2017 and which was passed in Rajya Sabha on August 2016 and got its approval from the President of India on April 2017. The act is saying that mental illness is a substantial disorder of thinking, mood, perception, orientation or memory and that grossly impairs our judgment capacity or ability to meet the ordinary demands of life, and it has been termed as the pro-right document of PMI. PMI means person with mental illness. While coming to the facts of MHA or Mental Health Care Act 2017, we can say the Act says any person who attempts to commit suicide shall be pursued unless proved otherwise to have severe stress and won't be tried and punished under the existing Section 309 of Indian Penal Code. The government need to support the person who attempts to suicide to avoid the second attempt. There will be no more electric shock for mentally ill children. The Act also bans the electric shock for the adults with mental illness without the use of muscle relaxants and anesthesia. It also prohibits tying mentally ill person with chain. Treatment and rehabilitation cost of person with mental illness living below poverty line would be free of cost. Act says that there shall be no discrimination on the basis of age, sex, religion, caste, custom, etc. The Act also stressed the responsibilities of police officers with respect to people with mental illness. While coming to the key points of Indian Mental Health Care Act 2017, we can see few points. Among that, first one is right to make an advance directive. It provides every person the right to make an advance directive, that means AD, to decide how he or she should not be cared or treated during the time of mental illness. In future, he also or she also has the right to appoint a nominee who has the duty to act on his behalf in taking treatment decisions. So, the Act is saying that the mentally ill person has the right to take treatment decisions. Second thing is right to access healthcare services. Mentally ill patient has the right to access mental healthcare services provided by the government or funded by the government. Such mental health services have to be acceptable to the PMI, that means person with mental illness and their families, and they have the right to access affordable and good quality care. So all mentally ill persons have the right to access affordable good quality healthcare services, and it must be acceptable to the PME, that means person with mental illness as well as their families. Next right is right to free of cost healthcare services. The person living below poverty or below the poverty line or the person who are homeless or the person who are destitute have the right to get the mental health care services as free of cost from the government or government funded hospital or establishment. Every mentally ill person have the right to get all the medicines enlisted in the essential drug list notified by the government. Next thing is right to live in the community. Every individual, every mentally ill person have the right to live like us in this community as far as possible. Based on the Act, mentally ill person suffering from mental illness is able to live in the community along with family and friends and no need of separating from the society. If it is so impossible for them to live with the family, it is the duty of the government to provide the aid. And another important point that the mother of a child who is below 3 years has the right not to be separated from her child for the reason for her being mentally ill. But this right can be reasonably restricted if there is a risk of harm to the child. So, for some time we can keep the child away from the mother. Next thing is right to protection from cruel, inhuman and degrading treatment. The Act saying that every person suffering from mental illness has the right to live with dignity and respect and have the right to be protected against cruel, have the right to get proper treatment, have the right to avoid inhuman degrading treatment. They have the right to have safe life and they have the right to live in a hygienic environment, and as well as they have the right to have their own privacy. Next thing is right not to be treated under prohibited treatment. The Act completely prohibits ECT, that means electroconvulsive therapy for children, and even for adults. The therapy has been performed by taking certain precautions such as using muscle relaxants or anesthesia. Next is right to confidentiality. Every person with mental illness has the right to keep all the information regarding his treatment and mental illness confidential, and it can be stored either in the form of digital or electronic form. Moreover, such information can also be released to the nominated representative and other health professionals for the purpose of treatment. Next is right to information. The Act says that every person with mental illness have the capacity to make own decision, and any decision made should be informed one. That's the point we have to notice. Therefore, such a person has the right to know the provision of Act. The person has also the right to know the treatment process. They have the right to know what kind of treatment they are taking, and which includes the information of the side effects of each treatment. And all the treatment plans should be informed and their nominated representative in an understandable language. Next is right to legal aid and complaint. The Act saying that the person with mental illness can seek legal aid to protect their rights. He also has the right to be informed about these rights by the appropriate authority. They have also the right to access all kind of medical records, right to the personal contacts and communication, and right to refuse any visitors and communication made to them. Right to the equality and non-discrimination. The person with mental illness have the right to be treated equally with the physically ill patient at the time of treatment, without any discrimination on the basis of race, age, sex, religion, caste, type, etc. And they have the right to get all the services like emergency services, ambulance services, etc. Next is right to enter into a contract under the Indian Contract Act 1872. Mentally ill person cannot give valid consent, and they do not have the capacity to enter into any valid contract except during lucid intervals. Interval means the time when the person is not in the mental illness. So except lucid interval, they don't have any right to enter into a valid contract. Next is right to marry. By the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, other religions such as Muslims, Christians, etc., and the Special Marriage Act 1954 does not recognize the marriage as a valid, and if consent is given by a person with mental illness. So, does not recognize the marriage as a valid thing if consent is given by a person with mental illness. Next is right to vote or hold public office under People Act 1950. The person with mental illness does not have the right to register in an electoral roll under the Representation of People Act 1950. So they don't have the right to vote. Then right to make will under the Indian Succession Act 1925. A person suffering from mental illness cannot make a valid will except during lucid intervals. Lucid interval means when they are free from mental illness under this Indian Succession Act 1925. Then right not to be held liable for a criminal offence. The Indian Penal Code 1860 exempts the person with the unsound mind from criminal liability. So this is about Indian Mental Health Care Act 2017. So while coming to a conclusion, we can say the Mental Health Care Act 2017 has provided various rights to mental ill persons to protect their rights without any discrimination and differentiation. This is about Indian Mental Health Care Act 2017. So we can say this 2017 Act replaces 1987 Indian Mental Health Care Act. Thank you. Hope you understand.